Ambrose Azenoir from 0.75 of a metre. Can Greg Sadler go out on a winning note off 1 metre? Shane McKenzie goes off 5.5 metres. Now, he's a late inclusion. That's the reason he's in blue, but he's off 5.5. Kieran Noonan, 2.75 metres in yellow. Shem Hollins, 4 metres in green. And Mark Ormrod, 5.25 metres in pink. Well, we know who the sentimental favourite is here, Chris.
Oh, yes, and I think that Sadler's running well enough to do that, but...
the way he went earlier is going to give him something to chase because he was unlucky not to get through to the final.
And I think Shane McKenzie's the only blonde there.
Yes.
Sponsored by Pure Blonde.
Yes, he's... trust you to notice that. Oh, no, there's a few tips there in Mark Ormrod's hair, I think. But what a field. Shem Hollins also ran really well earlier. Just the start and the handicap was the thing that beat him. So McKenzie's going to be the rabbit. Ormrod is out there with him, 1/4 of a metre behind. There's Shane McKenzie. Bit of a staggered start here with the late inclusion. Can Greg Sadler go out a winner in white? The Pure Blonde 120 metre invitational. Off they go. Sadler and Azenoir both got good starts. McKenzie away well. They're coming at him quickly, though. Hollins going pretty well. Here comes Sadler. He's starting to run hard. Azenoir getting up to him. He's going to win it again. Ambrose Azenoir gets up and beats Greg Sadler. Spoils the party. 12.44 unofficially. He's made this race his own.
Well, what a great race, and a great race by Greg Sadler, and he's just taking the acknowledgement of the crowd, and so is Azenoir. The back markers just got hold of the front markers in green. See the two quality back markers, Sadler and Azenoir, just started to pick up the field. Now they've got that's at the 60 metre mark. They've just got them covered, but in the green, Shem Hollins just hanging on, and Azenoir just grabs him on the line. So it's red, green from white.
And by my calculations, I think he's won this race 4 times now.
Yes, I'll probably have to change the name from Pure Blonde to, you know,
the Ambrose Azenoir benefit.
Yes.
Oh, he's a great runner, 0.75 of a metre. Shame to see Greg Sadler unable to get through, but the better man has won at the end of the 120 metres. And here he is with the man who's made this race his own, Ian Cohen, with Ambrose Azenoir.
Thanks very much, Peter. And indeed, you have just about made this race your own. What's that number for you?
Number 4. I don't know. I'll try as much as possible this year to, leave this to somebody else and get into the big finals, but I still missed out in the big finals, so I'm happy to get it again this year.
Lovely to take a title away from Storlow, and you've run for Nigeria in the Olympics. You're hoping maybe to run for Australia in the Commonwealth Games.
Yes, that's my moves now. I'm trying my possible best to see that I will be wearing the green and gold, hopefully in World Championships and Commonwealth Games as well. Just hoping the citizenship I've applied for will come through as soon as possible to enable me get into the team to Helsinki.
Well, best of luck for that, Ambrose, but congratulations on taking out the backmarkers title here at Stawell.
Ambrose Azenoir, a worthy winner of the backmarkers yet again. He's run 12.42 to defeat Shem Hollins and Greg Sadler. Shane McKenzie in 4th place with Mark Ormrod and Kieran Noonan stepping out in the elite in the Pure Blonde backmarkers invitational. So there you go. That really has paved the way for the big one. That's coming up a little later on here at Stawell. After the semi-finals, we have one of the most open gifts I can remember, and so many of these people here, and indeed many of you watching around Australia, will be hoping that we can see some history with Josh Ross looking to become just the 2nd man to win from scratch after Jean-Louis Revello-Menoncoa did it in 1975. So, Chris, why don't we recap the semi-finals and take a look at Josh Ross in the first of them. He comes from scratch, giving them an enormous start, and he just did it brilliantly.
Yes, we see Ross in the red. He's come out and he's very, very balanced, and at about the 60 metre mark, he's starting to come alongside them. Covered them now, goes away, turns off, 12:35, I think he ran, and brilliant run.
The man to watch here is Wild D'Souza in green.
Well, he started, once he gets up and running, Izzy starts to really put them down, and he's starting to come away from the field. Sadler and the rest of the boys can't get him. That was an impressive run. I think there's a bit left in Izzy.
Last year's runner-up, Chris Toohey, comes out of blue in semi-final number 3, and he made it by a whisker.
Yes, well, it took a while to get over Clint Yulden, and a lot more confident in his preparation this year, and he's just got there. We use the expression eyelash, and he's sort of pretty used to winning in these close finishes. So maybe this time lucky, Pete.
Maybe destiny is calling him. Mark Hignett from green in semi-final number 4.
The pocket rocket, he is putting them up and down and at a rapid rate. Well, he's got the fastest time up, and they've got to go and catch him off 8 metres.
He will take plenty of catching. Those little legs will be pumping. What about Luke Versace out of pink here? Took a while to get going.
Yes, well, he struggled in the first, 20 or 30 metres, but once he got balanced, he started to pull away from the field. And I think that, we were sort of talking about whether he's got that race out of the way and he can sort of reproduce what he did on Saturday.
And then we came to the last of the semi-finals. The man to watch here, Brett Robinson in green.
The beach sprinter out of 8 metres, and he starts to really get it. He got a good start, starts to move away in the middle stages, and he's run a pretty good time of 12:38 to advance to the Stall Gift final. So, Pete, we've got a very, very competitive field all the way across.
Oh, there's so much to like about this final. It really is anyone's gift, and fingers crossed for Josh Ross. I don't know what the bookmakers are making of it. We might be able to find out now. Let's head down to Ian Cohen.
Thank you very much, Peter. And this is what they're going to be competing for, the 6 athletes that are in the final. It's the WJ Millard Perpetual Cup. It doesn't get into the betting ring very often, and there's plenty of people here looking at it. Also joining us is Brian Marantelli. And Brian, we now have 6 left. Take us through the odds.
The best back since the semis has been Ross. He's been 7-2 into 7-4, 6-4. Toohey, nobody wants to back. The D'Souza's have been about the same. Hignett's now the bookies' favourite. The bookies are actually barracking for him. Robinson's been 5-1 for the last 3 days, and Versace's drifted out slightly since the semi-final.
So there you go, Peter. That's it. We've got the 6 finalists in for the Australia Post Stall Gift, and at the moment it looks like Ross, plenty of money, and also Hignett as well.
Well, what a final field it is, and there is the start list. Josh Ross from scratch. Look at all the others in a bundle. So there could be a chance that they might all get involved in racing each other, and then at the last minute, the red runner could come along and make a bit of history.
Yeah, well, that's probably the way it's going to pan out. He's going to hit them in the last 10 metres, and they won't know what's coming.
So the stage is set for what could be one of the great Australia Post Stall Gift finals. Just a reminder to you that if you are in Melbourne, we will be able to bring you the gift live in a special half-hour program, and that is coming up at 3 o'clock this afternoon. For the rest of Australia,